Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Fergal Downs here, and today I'm very excited to have one of my oldest friends in the internet marketing industry. We have Art Flair, also known as Art Wojciechowski. Art, thank you so much for coming on to talk to us today.
Thanks so much for finding the time for me.
So, like I said, you are one of my oldest friends in the industry. We've met up at various different internet marketing conferences, and we worked together, I believe, probably back in 2012. Can you tell us a little bit about your internet marketing journey and how you became to becoming such a successful internet marketer now in 2018?
Yeah, so I actually, started making money online sort of on the side. So I just wanted to find a way to like pay some for extra bills, right? Like my first goal I remember was to make an extra $600 a month. And then my second goal was to make like $1,500 a month, right? So I was always sort of making money on the side as a freelancer, as a translator, these different things. But then I actually thought, I was sick of my 9 to 5 job, and I thought like, would it be possible to make this, a full-time thing? And from that point on, I started working towards it, and essentially in the end of 2014, I was finally able to quit my job and do this full time. So I'm doing this full time since then, and I'm just not turning back. I'm never gonna have a normal job ever again. So it's pretty it's pretty crazy for me right now.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the goal of everyone that's watching this interview is to quit their job or even just to like make an extra $2,000 on the side. But I know a lot of people that I talk to, they want to quit their job, they want to do this full time. And personally, for me, I was working in a terrible job before I started internet marketing. And all I wanted to do was to be able to live in Thailand, train jujitsu, and work online. And through internet marketing, I was able to do that. And I know you're an avid jujitsu guy yourself, so I'm sure it's allowed you to have the time to train jujitsu and do all the things that you wanted to do.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because when you work for yourself, you can essentially work whenever you want. I just came back from a 2 week holiday in Ibiza, so even while on holidays, I was still able to make money, just working like 30 minutes a day or something. And obviously, my first focus in my life is my daughter, so my schedule is all according to my daughter. Then my training, and then the third thing essentially I do every single day is work a little bit, because it's not like you have to work hours and hours and hours every day. It's super flexible. You can make your own hours. You can work at night, in the morning, totally up to you. Every day I'm having like an hour siesta, so it's a pretty good life.
Life is good, and right now you're living in Portugal. And between yourself and Kevin Fahey, who we had on the show just there last week, I think you have the best internet marketing lifestyle of anybody. And I'm definitely thinking of making the move either to Portugal or to Spain, and working from there because the winters are very harsh in Ireland. Now, you said that it took you a few years to get to becoming full time. So there definitely are steps that you need to take to be able to reinvest money in stuff like coaching and stuff like and that. And your new course kind of deals with one of those steps that I personally took to be able to reinvest money in coaching and build it up. Could you tell us about your next course that's coming out?
Yeah, so this is actually a method that I was using before I was making money online full time, and then I essentially took this method and I started coaching people on this method, and all of my coaching students are making thousands of dollars. So we essentially took all of this info and we've put it together. I've put it together because this is a solo launch. I've put it together in a course, and essentially any newbie can pick this up, even if you have no skills, no online experience. You can grab it, go through it, and you can start essentially making money the same day, because this is a super simple copy and paste type of a deal. So if you know nothing else but how to copy and paste things, on your computer, then you're good to go, because this is the only thing that you're going to have to do.
So before we came on the call, we talked about what it is. So basically, you're copy and pasting and selling the copy and paste product on sites like Fiverr, Upwork for a massive premium. Obviously, you're getting them for free, and then you're selling them for a massive premium. This is a method that back in the day, back before 2012, before I went full time, I was able to make $14,000 with this exact method in 1 year. And what I did then was I reinvested in high ticket coaching. And the second that I reinvest in that high ticket coaching, within 104 days, I had made $50,000 in gross revenue. And I was completely full time after that. So this, it doesn't have to be your full time income, but what it can be is it can give you that few $1,000s that you need to reinvest in your business or to just have as a side income. So I really think that this method is something that I would have loved to have, is what I did find back then and what I would love to and have now and what I would recommend to you as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about the process, like about how much time it takes to sell one gig or to sell one service on Upwork for this?
Yeah, so like the beauty of this method is that it doesn't take much time at all. So as you mentioned, you can do this if you love your full-time job and you want to just make some extra money on the side. You can essentially do this in 10 to 15 minutes a day and still make a few $100s, a few $1,000s a month. Or you can take it all the way, open multiple accounts, really focus on it. Then you can start even outsourcing it. So there's if you want to scale it up, there's definitely a way of doing so. Essentially, what you do is you get an order from your buyer. They tell you exactly what do they want on a template that you're using. So you're going to have a number of different templates. The buyer will choose the template, and then they will say, okay, I want this text on it. So all you need to do is just pick the template, paste their text, and send it back to them. So I would say per order, you're going to need like 2 or 3 minutes. And obviously, depending, the more orders you have, the more money you're going to make. So, but even if you're going to be slammed with orders, it takes like 2 to 3 minutes per order. So even if you're going to have 10 orders per day, it's like 20 minutes. So, again, you can do this in your spare time. You can even hire someone else to do it. If you're going to start having hundreds of orders per day, you can just hire a kid that will do this for you, pay them like 10% of what you're earning, and just make it a passive income stream.
Yeah, there's definitely ways to build this up, and that's what I did. I had to make 14,000 in 1 year with this method that I was doing. I had multiple different accounts, so I was able to scale up that way. Now, you're saying that people are going to be worried because you're saying once you get the buyer, so they're thinking, okay, how do I get the buyer? Do they have to get traffic, or does the traffic come automatically?
Well, another very, very cool thing is that traffic is included. So all you really have to do is set up your listing, and I show you exactly how to do it. So, you can set up a listing, but you won't really get a lot of buyers from it if it's not set up correctly. So I show you exactly what to do, where to click, etc., to get these first clients, and then all the traffic essentially comes from these sites. Obviously, if you're going to send more traffic to your listings, you're going to make more money, but it's absolutely not necessary. So the way I've set it up, I was always working with 100% free traffic that is generated on these sites, and you don't really have to worry about it. So again, you don't have to worry about websites, traffic, having a list. All of that is taken care of. All you really have to do is just set up your listing, and then the sales will start rolling in.
Yeah, this is one of the few methods that I've seen where you can actually make money online without having a website. I know there's a lot of people out there that they actually don't know how to set up websites. It's just a difficult step, and it can be, if you don't know the actual steps to do it, it can be quite difficult. So this is one of the few methods where you don't need a website, you don't need hosting, you don't need an email list or anything like that. So it's definitely attracts newbies, but it also attracts somebody who wants to make that, is already making money with one method and wants to have an extra side income as well. Can I ask you, Art, I'm just looking at my notes here, I had a lot of things that I wanted to ask you. When is it going to be going live?
So we are going live tomorrow. That's Friday, the 25th of May at 9 a.m. Eastern.
9 a.m. Eastern. And can I ask you the price of the front-end product, what you're going to be selling it at?
So it will be $13, but the early bird price is $9.47. So if you're going to show up early during the first 6 hours, you can grab it for under $10, and then I will start a dime sale. Eventually, it will be $13.
Okay, and I like to obviously there are one-time offers with almost every course that's released. So I like to let everyone know the price of the one-time offers and what they are, just so that it can make an educated decision on which ones they want to pick up. Could you talk us through the one-time offers?
Yeah, so the first one is $27, and this is advanced training and my instant ranking blueprint. So with advanced training, people can take this and just essentially do a little bit more of the same and make even more money. So obviously, if someone wants to make $80 to $100 per day, they'll be fine with the main course alone. But if they want to make more, they can with the advanced training, and the instant ranking blueprint will allow them to rank their listings even higher and get even more traffic, both today and down the road. So it's just sort of an enhancement on the main method. The second one-time offer is $37, and this is a done for you pack. So obviously you can do all of this alone. You can go through the course, start implementing, and essentially be done the same day. But if you want to accelerate this process and essentially do this what you have to do in minutes, with my done for you pack, I'm adding done for you listings. I'm also adding a couple of case studies. I'm also adding done for you images, done for you squeeze pages if you want to capture leads, etc. So just a massive done for you package. The third one-time offer is reseller's license. So that's for people that maybe do a little bit of affiliate marketing. They can essentially sell this product and all of the upsells and keep 100% of the profits to themselves. So comparing to affiliates that make 50%, essentially you pay one price and you are making 100% of the profit on both the main product and all the upsells. And then the fourth one-time offer is my mastermind coaching, and that's $97. Now, I normally charge $497 for it, but as a one-time offer to this product, it will be $97. So a crazy low price.
Great, sounds good. Yeah, so I like this method because I've used it myself, and without this method, I wouldn't. Without two things in the internet marketing world, without this method and without the book Think and Grow Rich, I would not be where I am today. Because this method, it allowed me to make $14,000 in a year. Think and Grow Rich taught me that I need to have a mentor. So if I didn't have one of those two things, I wouldn't have had the mentor, and I wouldn't have been able to afford the mentor, and I wouldn't be where I am today. So, guys, yeah, I like this method, and if you like it too, the link will be either above or below this video to join. And if you're in Ireland or the UK, Art Flair is hosting the Marketing Alliance in Dublin. Art's the 22nd, is it? 22nd of June?
Well, actually, this one is not this one is hosted by Declan Mac, and it's the end of June. So I'm going, I'll be there, but it's not my event. But we'll do another one. We'll do another one in Portugal, though.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were hosting this one as well. Well, if you're
not this one, the next one.
No problem. If you're in Ireland or the UK, or even in Europe, and you want to meet some amazing internet marketers, including myself and Art Flair, get yourself over to Dublin on the 22nd of June. The tickets, I believe, are like, don't quote me on this, probably $299, $399. But if you can't afford that, you can always just go and hang out in the bar, and we'll still be all around there drinking a couple of pints of Guinness. So it'd be great to talk to you and great to hang out with some of my subscribers. Art, before I let you go, I always ask the top internet marketers, could you give us one thing that allowed you to get to where you are today, to becoming a full-time successful internet marketer?
Well, listen, I would say just like you, this method allowed me to quit my job, because, you can just do so much with, if you're going to be successful in one area, it's just so easier to transform this into other areas. So like I told you, my first goal was to just make an extra $600 a month just to pay for like the car and some expenses. But then when I started to make $600 a month, I said, okay, like right now I can just do a little bit more of the same and make $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000. When I started making $3,000, I was able to quit my full-time job. So, and it all came from this the same method, essentially. So, all you have to do is just focus on one thing, start implementing everything exactly like you're being taught in a course or whatever, and just stick with it until it makes you money. Because when you will make money, this will just transform your whole life. You can build on it, you can expand it, you can scale it up. So just focus on this first thing that will make you money consistently, and then your life will change.
That's awesome, Art. Yeah, definitely focus on one thing. Avoid the shiny object syndrome. That's the biggest tip that I can give as well. So, Art, thank you so much for coming on today, and looking forward to having a few pints of Guinness with you at the end of June.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, mate. Talk to you soon.
Ciao, see ya.